The following bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the BAMMA lightweight division. Introducing first, the man fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at an even 153 pounds. He is a wrestler and steps inside the cage with a record of 1-0, fighting out of Northampton, England, by way of Poland, Mariusz Marzec. His opponent stands across the cage and fights out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 155.5 pounds. He is a Muay Thai, kickboxing, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist. His record, 2 victories opposite a single defeat, fighting out of Luton, England, Jefferson, George. Your referee, Trevor Mitchell.
Here we are in between rounds with Mariusz and George. Ken, Mariusz spent a lot of time trying to get that takedown in the middle of the first, and I think he wasted a lot of energy. What do you think?
Well, you know, looked to me like George was taking that first part of the round. Looked like he was smoother, he was transitioning, he was stronger, he lifted him, slammed him, got good position. But then towards the end of the fight, I think that Marzec actually put pressure on him. It looked to me like George was the one slowing down, even though Marzec used more energy.
I have to agree with you on that one. I think we're going to see what happens coming into the second round now, see how these guys repaired and recovered with that 1 minute break. And here we go, the start of round two, coming back after. George looks a little more lively this time, coming a little bit lower.
Yeah, he always seems like he's got the strength, and he looks like his skill was, and he's faster, but Marzec seems like he always keeps putting pressure on him, so we'll see if he can do that same thing in this round if he doesn't put himself in a bad position like that.
It kind of seems like George is fighting out of a position that he feels like he lost that first round and has to get it back. Now he has Marzec back. Both hooks are in and has a one-on-one. He's in a good position to finish a choke if he chooses to and several other spots.
Well, right now, it's Marzec's in a real bad spot right here. And he really needs to get his back to the mat or he's going to be done here.
He's got it set in. He's trying to extend him out. It's above the chin at this point. Easy way out for Marzec, but he's under a lot of duress right now. George is putting the heat on him, but I wonder if we saw how George started slowing down at the end of the first round.
You know what I like here with George is even though he's rolling around, he's always keeping those knees and legs tight on him, so he's keeping him in good spot. Now he's raining down punches, and Marzec, for some reason, should not be staying on all fours here. That is a bad spot. The referee's going to look at that, and he has every right to stop the fight if he does not try to explode out of there.
We see that a lot lately in mixed martial arts. A lot of guys are staying in this turtle position and staying put and taking a lot of damage. I would not be surprised if the ref stopped it right here at all.
Especially if he's not making an attempt to try and explode or get out of there, because, you know, we've been in this situation many times. There's a lot of damage that can happen here. And if I'm in the corner right now, I'm telling him, you know what, you need to get up and get out of there. Take some chances right now.
If you're in George's corner, Ken, what are you saying to George right now as he's on top pounding away?
I'm saying patience, keep doing what you're doing, keep your balance, try and flatten him out, and keep raining punches. Don't lose position.
Now, would you prefer George to try to get him flattened out to his belly all the way on his stomach, or is staying in that turtle position, keeping him kind of belt up just as good?
No, I think that he needs to flatten him out and keep working to keep him flat, but still throw those punches when he's up in a turtle position. But the whole idea is to try and submit him, and if he can do that, he can get him flat and choke him. But, yeah, do the same thing what he's doing. He keeps building up, he's punching, then flatten him out again, try and finish with the choke. He builds back up again, just like he's doing right now. He's got good position, throwing punches, taking control of him, and do not allow him to get out of this position, because then the crowd goes nuts, they cheer, and then Marzec gets a second win, you know what I'm saying? So he needs to stay right here, do what he's doing, and control the opponent.
He's doing a great job. George is on top right now, doing an incredible job of holding down Marzec right now.
Yeah, if you look at his legs, I think that's the key right there, is every time that Marzec tries to get up or roll or turn, which isn't too often, but he has real good leg control. Even his upper body's not even holding on to him when he does that, so his leg control is real good right now.
And I believe that it looks like to me that George is able to rest, even though he is being more active. He's able to rest a lot in this position compared to Marzec, who's under constant duress in this position.
Well, you see him, he's really putting all his weight on him when he's in that curdled position. George is able to put all the weight on him and punch him, and he's having to hold George's weight and take punishment at the same time. So if he goes through this round, third round, he's going to be wore out, and that's if he makes it through this round with the way George is putting pressure on him right now.
I'm very surprised that Marzec hasn't tried to get out of here a lot quicker. He's with his first win, he's 1-0 in MMA. Oh, yep. He's got it back in again. Nice choke coming underneath. It's still on top of the chin. It's not going to quite finish. If George can get his chin out of the way, he can finish this tight. He's in a good position.
He's got a figure four on the body.
Nice position by George. Good position. What I was saying about Marzec is that he's 1-0 in pro MMA, and his one win is by submission, but he doesn't seem to have any bottom game when he's in this spot. So I'm kind of wondering how that submission came about. Was it a fluke submission that he kind of pulled off, or he's just used to being on top?
This is what he should have done, even though he might get submitted here, but I don't see a guy staying down in that curdle position and taking that much punishment without trying to escape. Right here, he should be coming up hard. I'm not understanding what his game plan is here. You don't need to take that much punishment. You need to try and take some chances and get out of that position.
Now with George with the body triangle from behind, he was so high on that back ride just a moment ago that it should have been very easy for Marzec to slide himself out, but he kind of gave up. He kind of stopped his constant fight. As a result, he's back on the bottom again, taking more punishment.
And you know, it's when he's got that figure four in your body after going through 2 hard rounds right now, the second round, this being the second round, he's got to choke in. This is the finish.
That's it. It's all over. What a great position. It took George a little while to get to, but he finally found his position with a great cartwheel and backflip to finish it. But it took him a minute to get to that rear naked choke. And Ken, do you think he could have got to that position a lot sooner if he just had confidence in that position and kind of buried him down?
I liked the way he worked him. I thought he took his time. He didn't get over anxious. He beat him down. He waited for him to be able to sink that in and finish him. He tried it several times, but the one thing I liked was that he never took, especially being on top, is he never put himself out of position to lose control for the guy from Marzec. Marzec should have taken more chances to get out, but he didn't.
What a great spot. George did an incredible job. You know, you and I were kind of wondering, you know, if he had any energy left after the first round. He started gassing out, trying to get, with Marzec leaning on him, taking him down. That 1 minute break in between the rounds absolutely brought him back to life, and he showed it coming into the second round and took over and dominated the rest of the fight.
Yeah, I thought George was much more powerful. He had better positioning, and I think the one difference between the two right here is I really just came down to George just being stronger.
Stronger and a little bit more patient with the rolling and the different position. What most guys are going to slide off or change positions. George stayed constant with trying to stay on top. And as a result, he's able to get that rear naked choke in, lay it in nice and tight, and finish it. And that was his 3rd or 4th attempt. So Marzec knew it was coming on, and George still was able to set it in and get it finished with it.
It's constant pressure, man. Constant pressure, good position, and he never gave up on his choke. Kept working it.
Let's send it up to Mike Markham for the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout ends at 4 minutes, 37 seconds of the second round. We have a tap out. Your winner by submission via rear naked choke, Jefferson.